Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to go over one of the best epic and legendary item farms I have found so far in Outriders. Now before we get into the video, less than 5% of people that watch my videos are subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all of my uploads. And for this farm, you're going to go to the main menu and you're going to choose the main campaign chapter called Forest Enclave, and then you're going to choose the first checkpoint called Track Down the Chrysaloid, and this is going to take you into one of the main campaign mission boss fights. And the boss fight itself is not too difficult. Now what I do for weapons for farming this boss fight is I use a weapon with high damage proc mods. So say the legendary assault rifle that strikes a target with lightning, or just any other mod that has high damage procs on it. Tier 3 are obviously going to be the best. And the reason this is so good is because a lot of weapons don't actually do their full damage because this boss is actually so far away. And these damage procs, no matter how far away they are, will proc the correct damage. So you'll see the boss will just periodically in the footage have chunks of his health removed, and that is my mod procking and doing the full damage even though he's farther away. And then past that, for phase 1 of the boss fight, I just sit at the leftmost corner in the room as close as I can to the boss and shoot his leg because that is the closest thing to you, so it'll do more damage because the target isn't so far away. And on lower world tiers where the boss isn't doing that much damage, you can actually just sit there. The only other thing you have to be careful of is he will do this beam attack that he swipes the room with a beam, and it does quite a lot of damage, but as you can see on lower world tier, I can survive it super easily and just tank the full thing. So I just sit in the corner, do that, make sure you have some form of lifesteal to keep yourself alive very easily, and that is the first phase, the first half of that boss's health. And then the second phase is actually a little bit easier, and this is also more important than the first phase, to have high damage proccing mods, because he will be somewhat close to you some of the time in the second phase, but then part of the second phase he goes super far back, so most weapons won't do a lot of damage when he's back there. But like I said, these damage procs will still proc their full damage on him, so when he's super far back I can just keep shooting him, keep getting these high damage procs from my tier 3 lightning mod, and still kill him pretty quickly. And the only other thing you have to worry about in this phase is when he's back far, he will start throwing rocks in your area, you just dodge those, and then at some point during the second phase, if you don't kill him quick enough, he will spawn some adds, but they're not really that strong and are pretty easy to kill. So that is the entirety of the boss fight. And when you do this boss fight the first time, it will give you a guaranteed legendary just as part of the main campaign, but every single time you kill it, it will give you, even on world tier 1, guaranteed 2 epic items, and it will drop a third item that can also be epic even on world tier 1. Now how the game's loot works, pretty much everything can also drop legendaries, so even if you're on world tier 1, you should still have a chance, albeit a very low chance, to get legendary items. So the higher you go in world tiers, the higher chance you have at legendaries. Since this is dropping guaranteed epics at world tier 1, this should have a pretty good chance compared to a lot of other sources to give a legendary, because it's not fighting any of the other rarities to drop as a legendary. And in the footage, I'm only farming this on world tier 1, and I kill it extremely quickly on world tier 1. And even if you're, say, level 30 and you don't have a lot of gear, there's still actually some pretty good reasons to do this farm. So first off, you can deconstruct all this and get more shards for upgrading your items, but it's probably not going to be the best for that. But this is also a very good way to deconstruct tons of epics to get all of your tier 2 mods and some other tier 1 mods that you don't already have. Because you're getting 2 every run and you could do it pretty quickly, you can just do it on world tier 1 and build up that mod library very quickly. And then past that, if you're still leveling up, getting these epics, even though you're on, say, world tier 1 and they're not going to be that crazy high level, these can still be really good epics and upgrades for you when you're still gearing up, when you're still leveling up. And then once you get to a point where you're not going to get any upgrades from these, say you're level 30, you can start upgrading your world tiers and keep getting higher power guaranteed epics. And then, like I said, keep getting higher and higher chances to get a legendary from this. So that is the entirety of the farm. You're just going to go kill this boss and get 2 guaranteed epic items every single time you kill it. So go do it on World Tier 1 if you're trying to build up your mod collection, or if you are still leveling up and don't have that grade of gear anyway, you can get some upgrades through this. And then once you start not getting upgrades from this anymore, you can start upgrading your World Tier more and more to get higher tier loot and keep getting these guaranteed epics and possible legendaries. So subscribe if you want to see more Outriders or other videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this farm, and thanks for watching.